Hello YouTube, this is Nick1996 and I will be bringing to you a video that explains the basics of the universal overhead mechanic in the game Yatagarasu Attack on Cataclysm. I will first explain what this mechanic is, and then go on to the different uses for this mechanic in the game. Hopefully you will enjoy it. Universal overheads, or abbreviated UOH, are little hops in this game that you can use in various ways. In order to trigger it, you will have to press both light and heavy punches. Pretty darn simple to execute, pretty darn simple to look at. Now let's get into what this actually does in the game. That was a very simple combo. Just land a universal overhead against a crouching opponent and you'll be able to link a DP afterwards. However, there is much more to that, as it was just an example. Now that this mechanic has been explained, you may be thinking, so it's only a combo tool. That is not entirely correct. The hop provided by a universal overhead allows the player's character to attack over numerous low attacks in the game, and provides uses against specific characters' tools. In the following example, I will have Cole with 2 standing light punches and then do a crouching heavy kick while Crow walks up and does a universal overhead.
Good.
As you saw, Crow was able to hop over Cole's crouching heavy kick and confirm into a crouching heavy kick of his own. That was then confirmed into an EX Yuzahira, which is his EX Tatsumaki. From now on, this will be called high profiling. Now I will show more examples of characters high profiling differing attacks from this game. Here is Hina going over a crouching heavy kick from Ko and confirming into her uppercut and then confirming into super. After that, I will show what you can use for universal overhead against Azure and then Asia.
Marvelous.
Now, onto the defensive aspect of universal overheads. For characters besides Hina and Shimo, you will be airborne starting on the 6th frame of the universal overhead. This means that characters will be unthrowable starting from the 6th frame of a universal overhead. For Hina and Shimo, this will be the 4th frame. Also, as a last thing to note, Hina and Shimo are the only characters that can perform combos against standing opponents with a universal overhead without prior setup, due to them being +6 and +5 respectively against standing opponents on a universal overhead hit. Now I will show you examples of this.
Good.
Last thing to note for the tutorial is what will happen when a universal overhead is blocked. Most characters are at neutral advantage when the universal overhead is blocked. However, characters such as Kotaro and Asia are at a frame disadvantage when their universal overheads are blocked. Hina, Shimo, and Azure on the other hand are at a frame advantage even if the universal overheads are blocked. I will illustrate this by picking Crow against Crow and having the opponent block a universal overhead, then immediately press jab while I will trade with his jab since we'll be at neutral advantage. And then I will illustrate this with the other characters that I just mentioned, such as Kotaro, Asia, Hina, Shimo, and Azure, to show that the person doing the universal overhead will be at either a frame disadvantage or a frame advantage depending on what happens when a jab is pressed.
こちらだ。こちらだ。こちらだ。あら？はっよ。あら？よ。あら？ちえ。やっよ。はっよ。はっよ。
And that is all for the basic explanation of the universal overhead mechanic in the game Yatagarasu Attack on Cataclysm. For a more in-depth explanation of this mechanic, another video will be posted that lists universal overhead combos for every character, as well as character specifics that arise from this mechanic. Until then, a Framedata Sheet will be posted in the description of this video. Thanks for watching, and join the Discord group for games if you would like. Have a nice day.